Testing, recording, focus, there you go. So, hi there everybody. Hello there everybody. So we're going to do another quick first look Friday of a kit that just arrived today. Where is it? There you go. Still in the box. So yeah, let's open this up and see what it is. Well, I know what it is already because it's the only kit I've got coming. Where's that knife gone? Pick the first scalpel. Just hoping I don't cut the kit itself. So this is really in addition to the last First Look Friday we did, and just a way of comparing old kits with slightly newer kits. You can see it's upside down, and there it is. Oops. So there you go. Bits of paper here. So this is the S.79 Sparviero. It just says there by Italeri this time, and from what I understand, this is a much more modern kit than the Airfix we looked at last time. And so I'm not going to go into great depth with this kit, but yeah, let's just have a look. Are we recording here? We're not recording. What's going on? Bear with me a moment, please. Okay, now we're recording again. So I don't know where we were before, but I'll just start again. Yeah, so this is the Italeri version of the Sparviero. What was that? What did that mean again? I've forgotten. So on the front there, you've got a painting of the tri-motor airplane in 1/72 scale. Kit number 1290 1290 model kit. Decals for 5 versions. Figures not included. Boo. But maybe if I like this one better, we'll get the figures from the Airfix kit instead. How's that? On this side, we got in 6 languages, a little bit of information about the Sparviero, about the airplane. If you get it in where you can see it. So this elegant 3-engined aircraft was originally developed by the Italian aeronautical industry in the mid-30s to provide fast postal links with African colonies. So there you go. And you got it in all the different European languages there. On this side, I can't see it. On this side, it's basically the cover, basic information. Italeri aircraft, the model, how big the kit is, 20.5 centimeters long, 1/72 scale. On this side, we have some other information. So basically, more information about the kit inside. So here's telling us read the mains, instruct, read and retain. So read and retain. This box contains an unassembled platinum model kit. All the basic things. 14 plus, barcode, 2010 by Italeri, so much newer than the Airfix. I think I'm blocking the microphone. It's just the other side of this box. And content, images not to scale. So you got a decal sheet and 1, 2, 3 sprues, 2 colour sprues, grey sprues, and 1 clear plastic sprue. And on this end, you've got a vertical version of the other end. So with a cropped image. And back to the front. So I'm going to open it up and have a quick look. So I'll probably be focusing mainly on the instruction manual, because the plastic is very as you saw from the quick image on the side there, the screws are quite different. But okay then, so instruction manual. Zoom in again. Right, you got the 6 languages there. So we've seen that already. That's what was written on the side of the box. Pause and read if you wish to do so. Dutch, German, Spanish, Italian, French, and English. Yeah. Instead, I thought Italian would be at the top there, but Italian company. But right there. Over the side, we've got decals. Nice and safe. So put those to the side for the moment, and let's see what we have here. So on this page here we've got sprue maps. One sprue there, sprue A, which is fuselage and other bits. Sprue B, which is your wings and some other little pieces. And over here, sprue C, which is your clear parts. It's been a while since I've had a look at an Italeri kit, I'll be honest with you. Or is it? I'm not going to check through the videos to see. I should have done that before I did this, but yeah. So here you've got the colours that you're going to need for this kit. Pale green, black, silver, white, gunmetal, and rust. So that's rust the colour, not make it look rusty. You could do that, I guess, when you're... yeah. Anyway, build section. Build section number 1 is to start in the cockpit, as is tradition. Yeah, it's going to get boring, that, isn't it? But not for me. So we start in the cockpit, as is tradition, and there's quite a few pieces in there. You've got the 2 seats, got a bulkhead there which goes in over there, which I'm assuming, yeah, so that's the back of it, as it were. Main control, it's alternative, so it looks like they've designed it to have either decals or a plastic part instead. I'm not sure why. I guess we'll find out. Let's have a quick look at the deck. What's part number 13A? I'm looking at the sprue map. What does 13A look like? There is no 13A. If you can see it, point it out for me. Oh, there it is. So, yeah. We'll get a better look when we look at the plastic. Anyway, so that's stage 1. Stage 2. Stage 2 is the fuselage. So putting bits in each side of the fuselage halves. So I'm guessing putting the windows in and some other pieces, part of the cockpit section there. Yeah, so you're putting in the clear parts on the rest of the cockpit bits. So this is the fuselage being put together, or rather, it's not the fuselage being put together. You're putting things in the fuselage, mainly the windows from the inside out. So hopefully the clear parts are nice and slightly better than the old FX. Let's go turn over the page. And we're under build 3. So in build 3, so you're putting all the bits we've made before inside the fuselage, by that I mean the cockpit, and the other pieces as well. Tail wheel, I got this piece here, which is the bit where the bomb aimer would sit, but there's also a machine gun pointing backwards. Basically putting together the whole cockpit in stage 3. Safe roll's main gear. So you putting them all together. It looks no less complex than the Airfix. Well, not more complex than the Airfix actually, is what I meant to say. And it looks very similar as well, this part here. Quite similar to the Airfix. So that drops into the wings there, as you can see. You've got the one-piece lower wing over the page. You're putting the fuselage onto the wing, and that gun placement just behind the cockpit. You're also putting in the tail wings, the tail planes, the tail control parts, and then you're putting the top of the wings on top of the wings. And then right at the bottom here, basically covering up the crew compartments. You've got a choice there, alternative. Where are we now? Section 7 is you're beginning to put the engine bits. The canopy clear parts are going on above the cockpit. And I should have mentioned this before because it looks like you're building this open. So it looks like the idea is that this plane is going to be standing on the ground. Oh yeah, that's what the alternative is. My mistake. Mistakes abound. So you've got a choice of either building it with that piece open or closed. So next stage up. So assembling the engines at stage 8 and placing them onto the engine points on the wings and the nose. So here it tells you painting the propeller, assembling the engine, so propellers through the engine piece there. Now this only shows one bank of cylinders, unlike the Airfix which showed both two banks of 7. So a bit more detail on the Airfix. I guess they do it this way because you're really not going to be able to see it much, so there you go. Anyway, that all goes on there. So it looks like they're giving you right, so yes, I see the difference here. So this engine here has the exhaust on one side, on the starboard side, on the right side of the engine. These two, the center one and the other one, have the exhaust pipe on the right side, on the left side, on the port side of the part. So so these two are identical, and that one is slightly different, but not by much. Although they do show that picture there, 29A, exactly the same as these here. So anyway, let's turn over the page. Section 9, and in Section 9 you're putting lots of little greebly bits on, little bits under the wings, pitot tubes, the bomb. I assume that will be the bomb bay doors. Got this little window thing at the front of that piece there, and then yeah, you're putting on these little struts to stop the tail planes from falling down, and then you got the torpedo, massive torpedo down the middle of the underside of the aircraft. So that is build section 11. Let's keep on going. And the last build section is 12. Got the choice of putting a door in, either an open door or a closed door. And you've got some very tiny pieces here, so well, I'm guessing are going to be tiny pieces. And then down here you got something about, what is this? Territory for plane decals there, and then this I think is about if you've got any defective parts of the kit, you can describe it there, put your name, your nom, nombre, etc. Hopefully we're not going to need that. We shall find out shortly, won't we? And then you got all the colour call-outs, which are in black and white. Unlike the Airfix, who had the temerity to put it all in colour. Then this is 2010, so you know, 10 years later than the. Let me see. You've got down here. So they all have almost precisely the same marking, same colours, except this one's got a white front. But the camouflage pattern is the same. The underside pattern is the same. So it's just a case of the different decals for the particular aircraft. Basically on the tail there. That one. So you've got the choice of S.79 Sparviero, 281st Squadriglia 132 Gruppo Autonomo AS Rhodes 1941, or Libya 1942 278 Squadriglia, 278 Squadriglia again, Pantelleria 1941. What else? Oh, then you got these here with different colours entirely. So what is this? Light blue grey. Looks interesting. And this one is Italian olive green. So more interesting color markings in my opinion. So this one is let's see, get it all in. This one is 283rd Squadron. I think that means. If I'm wrong, correct me down below. So this one is the Cagliari Elmas 1942, and this one down here is the again 1942 Squadriglia Autonoma AS. Light ghost grey on the underside. So the instructions are neat, tidy, comprehensive. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I like the way they are. Let's look at the decals next. Now it doesn't say that they're made by an Italian company. Well, it does. It says yeah, Italeri, which is an Italian company. So we have yeah, particularly like the decal of the control panel. It looks pretty good to me. Lots of other bits. It's all very clean, tidy. There's almost no extra carrier film where there does need to be. So yeah, except maybe on the numbers, but you gotta expect that. But it stops right at the edge of the number itself. Let's see if you can see that in. Yeah. So basically, the carrier film is minimal on this lot, and they do look very nice actually, very shiny, glossy. So we'll see what they're like. Is this? It looks a bit like an Alfa Romeo, but I could be wrong. Anyway, I'll put these away. Get a bit of tape. Right then, time for some plastic. Actually, while we're looking at paper and stuff, we have here the bill. So this kit cost me £19.74. Now that's including £2.95 postage. So, and I bought it from Models for Sale. No, don't want to. So bought it from Models for Sale, and this is the I didn't realize it was Model for Sale when I went to buy. The main reason I bought it was because it was less than £20, which is I think pretty good value for money, because most of the others, the same kit, they were asking £23, and that even the post-free one was £23. So you're looking around the £22–23 mark for this kit, which at a quick glance of the plastic of there looks like it's going to be pretty decent value. But let's go take a look. Models for Sale is where are they? North Ants. Models for Sale Limited, Unit 3, Dean Close, Rounds, North Ants. Personal callers welcome, but by appointment, please. Second-hand, discontinued, and new plastic model kits, accessories, and books. The first I heard of Models for Sale was on here, right here on the YouTubes. Genesis Designs and Model Crafts apparently buys quite a lot of stuff from there. So yeah, if she's pleased with their service, then yeah, why not? Okay then. So all the plastic is in one great big bag. It's the paper over there, get that. So untidy. So as you can see, The two main screws are in one big plastic bag, and already I can see that the parts look certainly much nicer molded than the Airfix, which is to be expected after all. This is from roughly 2010, while the other one's from 1967. So you're looking at 40 years difference. What am I looking for here? Scissors. So let's start with the first sprue on the top. Well, let's start with sprue A, which is, I believe, this one. Sprue A. And it really is night and day between this and the Airfix. You know, no offense to the Airfix, I mean, it was a pretty nice kit, but then it's pretty old. And for some reason, this actually looks and feels bigger than the Airfix, even though they are the same scale, so they should be practically identical in size. So I shall take a look at, I shall bring the Airfix in and we'll have a quick comparison. Bear with me, please. Airfix. So it is fairly different already. So I mean, the door partitions and the windows are virtually identical, but then the shape here, what am I doing? Getting in the way. The shape here of the nose is quite different, as you can see there. It's a bit more pointy. Then you've got these engine holder things that are going to go over there. So, but yeah, there is quite the difference. Yeah, which one's more accurate? I don't know. Yeah. So also the Airfix has these lines across it. Let me see. You can see them there. While the Italeri is smooth. Yeah, very smooth. That aside, the Italeri. So I don't know. So apart from that, which these bits do look different, I do wonder how close to reality this is. Yeah, most of it is pretty much the same, but it's just that nose bit I noticed was different, and Italeri have chosen to have a different way that they're making the cockpit / crew compartment. The engines as well, they're just one panel there, while the Airfix, where are we? While the Airfix has two banks of 7, so you've got the front set of cylinders and the second set over there, while the Italeri has just the one visible. The detail on the engines is quite impressive, I have to say though. Let's see if we get a close look at that. Yeah. I mean, to my eye it looks great. I'm sure it looks great on the screen. The monitor I'm looking at isn't quite as high resolution as I'd like it to be, but yeah, that the engines, what is visible of the engines looks very nice. Looks very beautifully detailed. Over here you've got the wheels as well, which are like large balloon tires, which the hubs in there look incredibly detailed. You know, I'm not used to seeing Italeri kits looking this good, but then it's been a while since I've had a look at a proper Italeri kit. Having said that, I'll tell you about that if I need to. There is a minor bit of flash over these engine bits, engine cowlings, but everything else looks superb. Other side of the plastic. Interior of the fuselage, some panels, what's called structural components visible on both sides, and so these here will be exhaust pipes, exhausts. and they are very nicely detailed. So overall, got this here, which is looks like the Bombay doors. Got some designs on there, which are again structural components. And down here you got this this little gondola bit that sticks under the aircraft, which is where the bomb aimer would live during the flight. Lots of other little bits. You've got the torpedo there, and that's it. And I pretty like this bulkhead and doorway thing, which is again very nicely and beautifully designed. Yeah, lots of bits and pieces, lots of lovely detail visible is what I meant. So yeah, overall I am quite pleased and impressed. Happy about this kit, to be honest. Yeah, last minute deal. So yeah, let's go. So that is sprue A. And here we have sprue B, which is wings. Very liking these wings. Look how pretty they are. Yeah, let's get a close look at this thing. So each wing has panel lines which are recessed. There's little open, little circular bits here, which I'm assuming would be fillers for the fuel tanks, or perhaps on both sides of the wing, looking very nice. These bits here, which are for the engine mounts, nothing particularly interesting in those. Lots of little pieces here, part of the wings, cockpit seats, undercarriage, struts, tail wheel, which is very nicely detailed. There's a bit of a, where are we? There's a bit of a seam line in the middle, so a little bit of scrape, we'll get rid of that. The door, so there is only the one door, but so you'd have it, so that's the outside of this door, and if you want to put it with the door open, which is feasible, there's pieces that fit on the inside of it. So very well done. This piece here looks heavily complicated, and I don't know what it is. I guess I'll get a better look at it when I build it. And these pieces here, they've built them so they that's how they come out in the kit. They're not bent or anything, and I'm not sure why that is. But anyway, the lower wing, again, very beautifully detailed. Some very slight, sort of like a flasher bits on this end here. Again, just a quick swipe of the sanding stick blade will get rid of that. But overall, I'm very pleased with what I'm seeing here. This is sprue B. Get it right way up. It's that way up. Okay. Sprue B, everybody. And last but not least, we've got some clear parts. The clear parts are better than the airfix bits. Like there's no sink marks in the middle of the clear parts. Yeah, but closer observation would suggest that they could be a sink mark. For example, here on either edge you've got these two dimples, so very minor sink marks. So there are some minor sink marks, but not enough to get in the way of the kit, of the detailing. The canopy there, looking pretty nice. We've got this back piece here. So yeah, I can see what they've done with that. The windows and the sides there are glossy, but round the front of it, it's is it the front or the back? Around the front of it, it's slightly satin, so you know which bits to paint and which bits to mask off. Yeah, so the windows look nice. Something to read. Why do you have a battery on the table? So anyway, yeah, they're very clear to the point where you can't see them. yeah, so clear parts, yeah, thumbs up for those. So this is sprue C. I'll rise it up to get it. Yeah, sprue C. So this really is going to be part of the, or was going to be part of the Rebel Squadron. Am I going to paint it up to a fancy Rebel Star Wars thing? Maybe. Yeah, I'll see how it goes. So now I've got two kits. One's very different from the other. I should do a quick look at the...
that should be sufficient. Let's try that again.
Yeah, that was tech mode. Where are we? Recording. Full history. And let me see what it says, because I'm sure here it is. New decals. So this is the kit we're talking about here. What do we have here? 172, the full kit, 2010 new decal. So it wasn't made in original. Well, this kit is new decals 2010. So what's the full history of this one? It's a 2003 original new tool. So what's that? 67, 87, 87, 97. So 35 years, or thereabouts, 36 years. Yeah. So this kit is 36 years younger than the one than the Airfix, and it looks, you can see the difference. Yeah. So anyway, this is the ScaleMates website. Go and have a look. Get an account. Do all those things. You know, they're very useful. They even tell you what they cost. So models for sale have it $15.99, which is the one I bought. Jadlam have it $21.42. So yeah, so if you want one of these now, model for sale have it in stock. As I record this, which is the 10th of May, which is when this kit arrived. So the 10th of May, all these people have it in stock here in England and in Australia. Yeah, so free delivery from Jadlam. All the other people, I think, are going to ask for a contribution to postage. But even with postage, model for sale is still the cheapest. So there you go. Nice kit, I'm sure you'll agree. If you had learn to speak properly. So if you have I'm getting so tongue-tied, man. If you have built this kit, this Italeri version, then let us know down below. Any building tips again for me or for anybody else? I'm sure others would like to know. Yeah, comment down below. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, tell your friends. If you didn't like it, tell me why, and help me make a better video next time. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and model on. I do have another Italeri kit in the works. It's currently beside there. Here it is. It's not finished, as you can see. It's the Valkyrie. It's a very big airplane, and this is the same scale as the Sparviero. So, yeah, huge. Will I ever get this finished? It is a work in progress, so hopefully, but.